Good morning everyone. This lecture is for class 6, subject Social Science, chapter number 2 of History, and the name of the chapter is From Hunting Gathering to Growing Food. So in this chapter we are going to study about the journey of early human beings from hunting gathering to growing food. In earliest time they were hunter gatherers, then they became the farmers. They started growing the food. So this we are going to study in this chapter, and it's going to be our lecture number 1. Now let's see the topics that we are going to cover in today's lecture. The topics that are to be covered are hunter gatherers, movements of earliest people, means why did earlier people they were moving from one place to another. Choosing the place to live in, means what places they were choosing for living, what particular things they were selecting for choosing the place to live in. Next, uses of stone tools, discovery of fire, uses of fire in earliest time, and division of stone age. So these are the topics that we are going to cover in today's lecture. So let's start the topics one by one. Hunter gatherers. This particular topic we have already covered in previous chapter also. So let's recapitulate. Hunter, they hunted animals, means the people those who were hunting animals were known as hunters. They had to be very much alert, quick. Why? Because the wild animals they were dangerous, and for escape themselves from those wild animals, to save themselves, they had to be alert, quick, and they must have the presence of mind. Next is gatherers. How do we define it? People who gathered the things from forest like fruits, roots, nuts, seeds, leaves, etc. So the things those they were using for eating or for different purposes, they were collecting from the forest. And the people those who were gathering the particular things from the forest, they were known as gatherers. Now, what type of knowledge these gatherers they must have? They had knowledge about the plants, that which parts of the plant were edible. Why it was required? Because some of the plants those were poisonous, and they were really very much dangerous for them, and for that they were having the knowledge about the different parts of the plants, and they were having the knowledge that which parts of the plant they were edible. They were also having the knowledge of seasons. It was required because the different plants they have the fruits in different particular seasons, and the area that has the particular plant, they moved in that particular area for the particular reason when the plants are having the fruits. So they were also having the knowledge of seasons. Next is movements of the earliest people, means why were these earliest people moving from one place to another? This can be a very important question also, that what were the reasons for moving from one place to another for the earliest people. First is they moved from place to place in search of food, obviously because they were not growing anything themselves. They were dependent on the nature or on the forest for gathering for their food. So they moved from place to place in search of food. And second one, they followed the animals. As they were hunters, they were taking different things from animals. So they followed the animals also. So that's why they were moving from one place to another. They moved in search of plants and trees for fruits for the particular reason, as we discussed earlier also, that the particular season, the different particular trees, they were having the fruits. So they moved in search of plants and trees for fruits also, that was seasonal. They moved in search of water. Wherever the water bodies or the availability of water was there, they were living in that particular places. They also traveled to meet their relatives. So these different reasons you can write when the question is, why did the earliest people move from one place to another? Got it? The next is, choosing the place to live in means, where were they living? What type of things they were searching when they were choosing the place to live in? Two particular things were there. One is near water resources, because the water, that is first and very essential thing for the life. And the second thing, near the stone availability, means at that time the stone, it was really very much important for them. Why? Because they were using that stone for different purposes, that we'll discuss in today's lecture itself. So near the stone availability, they were choosing the place to live in. Now there are three words given for that particular place where they were living. One, habitation, means the place that they were using to live in. Factory, the particular place where they were making the stone tools. And the third one, habitation cum factory. This was the site that was found by the archaeologist, where habitation as well as the factory particular for making stone tools, that were all together. So these three words, they were used for the place that they were found by the archaeologists, those earliest people were using. So these two things keep in your mind, that near water resources they were choosing the place, and near the stone availability, because that was the use at the time. The stone, it had really very importance there in their life. Now the next topic, the picture, it is showing the different tools, stone tools, and you can see that from starting till last, the size of the stone, that is decreasing, means they started making different tools, they starting sharpening them, and the size of the stone, that is becoming smaller time to time, because they started using different techniques for making tools from these stones. The next is uses of stone tools. As I told you that they were searching the availability of stone also. So for what different stone tools they were making? What were the uses of these stone tools? They were using the stone tools to cut meat, scrap bark from trees, for cutting the bark from the trees, chop fruits and roots, because at that time they were not having the knives or any scissor to cut anything. So chop fruits and root, they were using the stone tools, for hunting animals even, for digging the ground even. So these all things you'll write when the question is there, how the earliest people were using stone tools. This is also one question given there. So you can write all the uses of stone tools that the earliest people were using. Next topic is discovery of fire. Very important. In earliest time, if we talk about the people, they did not know about the fire. Then how it was discovered? That was the question. It was probably an accidental discovery. While rubbing two pieces of stones, sparks must have been produced, and these sparks created fire. It was assumed that it was an accidental discovery, means accidentally it was discovered. When the two pieces of stone, they rubbed, and from those that rubbing the sparks, chingari, must have been produced, and these sparks created fire then. So this was the discovery of fire that the earliest human being did. Clear? When the question is that what do you mean by the discovery of fire, or how the fire was discovered? So this particular thing you will write that. Now, what were the uses of fire in earliest time? Means earliest people, what were the different uses they were doing for the fire? First thing, fire could have been used to scare wild animals. You might have seen even in different movies that whenever any jungle scene it has been taken, they are outside the fire. You might have seen. So because the wild animals, they get scared from the that particular light, the fire. So to scare the wild animals, they used it. They might be using for cooking meat or roasting meat, you can say. Or in earliest before then discovery of fire, they were even eating everything in raw material, means raw. They were not cooking anything, they were not roasting. So they started roasting the meat. Then keep them warm in winter season. As we know that in winter season there is very cold, so they were using that fire to keep them warm in particular winter season. And the next thing, for light also, might be they were using that fire for light. So these were the uses of fire: to scare wild animals, cook meat or roast meat, you can say, keep them warm in winter season, and it might be providing light to them. Clear? So discovery of fire we have done, uses of fire we have done, and we have even completed the uses of stone tools by the earliest people. Now the next topic is division of stone age. Now here in this chapter we will study about the division of stone age also, and in which different words that they are given, in which Paleolithic age, Mesolithic age and Neolithic age. These are the three divisions of stone age. Clear? If we talk about the time period, that we'll discuss here, from which time period to which the Paleolithic age was there and what was the main things there. If we talk about the first one, Paleolithic. Paleolithic age, paleo meaning is old and lithic means stone. So it was old stone age. Clear? And it was from 2 million years to 12,000 years ago. Very, very long time period. And further it was divided into three parts: lower Paleolithic, middle Paleolithic and upper Paleolithic. Clear? And the very interesting thing that we can see here, that it covers 99% of stone age. Means Paleolithic, Mesolithic, Neolithic altogether if we talk about, that is stone age. So 99% of the stone age that is there in Paleolithic age. Clear? So the next one, that is Mesolithic age. It was from 12,000 years to 10,000 years ago. And what the main thing happened there in this particular time, that was the environment became little warmer, and the tools, and due to that warmth in the environment, different plants they started growing. And do you know, from those particular environment, the earliest human being, they learned how to grow the crop. So this was the time period when human being, they started learning how to grow the crop, and they started keeping different animals also. Clear? We'll discuss in detail also. And during this particular age, the stone tools that the people were using, they became smaller one. Okay? The tools of this period were known as microliths. Micro means small, liths stones. Okay? So the small tools made up of stone, they started using, and even Some of these tools were having handles of bones or wood on them. Means the stone tools that they were using were having the handles also. And the particular example that they were having, the handles there, they were sickles and saws. The third stone age, it is Neolithic age, and this is the time period after 10,000 years ago. After 10,000 years ago, as I told you that during that Mesolithic age from 12,000 years to 10,000 years ago, the environment became little warmer and they started learning the different changes there in the environment, and they started even learning how to grow the crop. And in Neolithic age particularly, they started growing the crops and they started living the settled life on one place. Now, as they became the farmers there in this particular age, now they did not need to move from one place to another for food. They was living on the particular place and they were taking care of their plants till the plants were ripened. Clear? So these are the three stone ages: Paleolithic age, Mesolithic age and Neolithic age, and these three parts are the division of stone age. So this was the particular part of the chapter that we needed to complete in particular lecture today. So first of all, we have done that hunter gatherers, then why were they moving from place to place, then we had taken this different living places, what were they searching for choosing the place to live in, then use of stone tools, then discovery of fire, and after then we also covered how were they using that fire and the division of stone age. I hope that all these topics you have understood. Now let's move towards the homework. Do the following questions. Why did hunter-gatherers travel from place to place? As we discussed in the starting, the all points you'll need to write here. Then second is, how were stone tools used in the past? That also we covered in points, so you can write here. The third one, how did the early men discover fire? In this particular part you will write discovery of fire. Then list three ways in which hunter-gatherers used fire. Then we also covered the uses of fire, that you will write in this particular portion of the question. And write the names of three stone ages. Here you need to write the names of stone age along with the time period. What do you mean by the microliths? Microliths we just discussed that the micro means small, liths means the stone. They were the stone tools, those were used there in Mesolithic time period. So I hope that you will be able to write all the questions. Then also if you feel any of the problem, you can see the answers there on the at work site in the homework solution. Thank you. Have a nice day.